is an important milestone in the consolidation of the partnership and efforts of BOI and the Ebonyi State Government to develop and promote entrepreneurship, to develop and grow the agriculture and its value chain businesses and the MSMEs in the state, to create a solid future for both the MSMEs and the state civil servants, who are the engine rooms for execution and delivery of state policies and programs year on year. Both funding schemes that we are going to launch today are being offered as single-digit interest rates. Even though we have a matching fund arrangement, your governor said Ebonyi will not charge interest, so that it will reduce the interest that civil servants will pay. So the facilities will be granted to civil servants at 5% per annum, and the other one at 6.25% per annum for facilities of between 3 to 5 years. Almost 1 year ago, on the 17th of July 2017, His Excellency and myself executed the 4 billion MSME matching fund to signal the commencement of partnership between the state and BOI to empower MSMEs in Ebonyi State. Over this period, the bank and the state government, through the State Implementation Committee, SIC, have collaborated closely to identify and support viable MSMEs across the length and breadth of the state's 13 local government areas. Culminating in today's check presentation ceremony to the first batch of beneficiaries. So far, the bank has approved a total of 34 loans valued at over 206 million naira to MSMEs in the state under the BOI Ebbc matching fund. In addition, the bank has also approved or granted loans worth over 3.17 billion naira from its own direct funds to 22 other businesses in Ebonyi State. Out of all these so far,
nkwekọrịta nke ọchịchị steeti a na-enwe ya na ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ ụlọakụ Bank of Industry maka amụma mgbazinye ego nke a na-enye ndị ọrụ obodo na steeti a iji kwalite ọdịmma ha bagide atụmatụ ọrụ ugbo nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche bụ nke ga-enyere ha aka na ọnọdụ ha ka ọ dị ugbu a ndị ọrụ obodo
from his own direct funds to 22 other businesses in Ebonyi State. The sum of about 1.81 billion has been disbursed from this approval. Sectors supported include rice milling and processing, quarry and soil minerals, lead mining, food processing, roofing sheet production, water bottling and packaging, mattresses and foam production, and metal fabrication, among several others. Under the federal government of Nigerian social scheme, creating JIP, which is targeted at farmers, traders, and artisans, the bank has also disbursed about 126.22 million naira to over 2,500 beneficiaries across the state. It is clear from these numbers that the partnership between BOI and the Ebonyi people is waxing stronger, and the bank is ever committed to sustaining its efforts to serve the people better by deploying more resources to improve on its turnaround time for processing transactions in the state. Today's check presentation to beneficiaries who have met the bank's pre-disbursement conditions and collected their offer letters. This demonstrates that it is actually possible and achievable to access the funds, as these are our brothers and sisters who are going to collect checks today can testify. We therefore wish to encourage other businesses in the state who have applied and still trying to provide all the requirements for approval of their loans and of disbursement to expedite action. We hope that today's event will spur those who are still yet to apply to avail themselves of this unique opportunity to take advantage of the unique terms offered by this scheme. Loan approval and disbursement will be a continuous exercise as more businesses qualify and meet the pre-disbursement conditions. The partnership with the Ebonyi State government goes beyond providing loans. As part of this package, as enshrined in the MOU, all beneficiaries will undergo entrepreneurship and capacity building training to help build their capacity to manage these businesses successfully. This will impact positively on the state economy through creation of jobs and growth in the state GDP and IGR, and set the state on an economic buoyancy and self-stability trajectory. While congratulating the beneficiaries, we like to remind them to take seriously their obligations to repay the loans so that others can also benefit. For the avoidance of doubt, we reiterate that the BOI Ebbc Margin Fund is a loan and not a grant. Let me repeat that. So while congratulating the beneficiaries, we like to remind them to take seriously their obligations to repay the loan so that others too can benefit. For the avoidance of doubt, we reiterate that the BOI Ebbc Matching Fund is a loan and not a grant. In order to consolidate on this partnership, we hereby solicit His Excellency due consideration to the issues of some pending C of O's. We want prompt approval, but the action governor has even gone ahead of us. I understand yesterday he signed the C of O's. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite His Excellency to join us as formally flag off this matching fund scheme, but that will be after His Excellency must have made his speech. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you very much for that warm sentiment expressed in favor of the #1 governor in Nigeria. Please, a better round of applause for the MD. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, next on the lineup is the execution of the Memorandum of Understanding, and to perform this on behalf of Ebonyi State Government, may I very humbly invite the Secretary to Ebonyi State Government, Dr. Hyginus Mweze Nwoku, and Attorney General Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Cletus Ofoge, to please step forward to perform this very important function. Please, we'll move to the canopy outside the pavilion. The representative of the Bank of Industry, please also join. Thank you.
Oka bukana pa ngeloro Township Stadium dị n'Abakaliki ka isi ewetere gị ka o si gbatakwuru bụ amụma mbinye aka n'akwụkwọ nkwekọrịta n'etiti ọchịchị steeti abụ Ebonyi yana ụlọakụ Bank of Industry na amụma mgbazinye ego nke a chọrọ ịgbazinye ndị ọrụ bekee iji bagide atụmatụ ọrụ ugbo nakwa atụmatụ ndị ọzọ ga-abụ maka ịkwalite ọnọdụ akụ na ụba ha. Ya bụ ihe omume ka anyị na-ewetara gị n'ikem n'ihi na anyị ga na-eme ka ịmata ka o si gbatakwuru.
You every majesty, holy one. Everything written about you is great. Jesus, you are great, yes you are holy one. Walked upon the sea and resident. You every majesty, holy one. Everything I read about you is great. Jehovah, you are great. 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 Oh, you are great. Oh, you are great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Oh, great. Everything written about you is great. Father, you are great. 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 Jesus, you are great. Almighty God, you are great. You are great. You are great. Everything written about you is great. Demons tremble at your praise. Demons tremble at your praises. What a wonderful God you serve. What a mighty God you serve. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Everything written about you is great. Whoa, demons tremble at your praises. What a mighty God you serve. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Everything written about you is great. Sweet, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, all glory to your name. Sweet, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, all glory to your name. Darling Jesus, how I love you. Blessed Jesus, I really love you. Sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus, all glory to your name.
Binye aka n'akwụkwọ nkwekọrịta bụ ya na-aga n'ihu ugbu a na ebe a nọ na-ewetara gị ka o si gbatakwuru mba atụmatụ amụma mgbazinye ego nke a na-enye ndị ọrụ obodo na steeti a bụkwanụ amụma mgbazinye ego nke na-aga na njikọta aka ọchị steeti ya na Bank of Industry bụ ebe anyị nọkwa na-eme ka ịmata ka o si gbatakwuru n'eziokwu eziokwu. Abụ m Onyebuchi Igbo, mụ na nwanne m nwoke bụ Chukwudi Nweke bụ onye ga na-ewetara gị ka o si gbatakwuru n'asụ bekee bụ anyị jikọtara aka na-eme ka ya bụ ihe omume na-erute gị aka bụkwanụ dịka o si na-akwalite ya mbụ ụlọ ọrụ Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation bụ Ojembe Enwilo na amụma mgbasa ozi. Chukwudi Nweke dịka ọ na-aga mbụ ya bụ amụma mbinye aka n'akwụkwọ, kedu ka isi hụta ya?
Thank you so much, Onyebuchi Igbo. It is a marvelous thing, and we are glad that it is happening on time. The State Governor, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, who has the good of his people at heart and who wishes to return the lost glory of Ebonyi as food basket of the nation, has once again come out to reposition us at the pedestal where we belong as food producing state in the country. Today,
Olura bonyi muso chukwu ga kwukwuo. Ebe lumala onye olura werugo. I na kwa ni 219 is a shot. Chimoma chimoma. Isi nebi nemeka bonyi state mama odo. Isi na nibi ne bonyi na ake kwe goma. His Excellency Boyoyo, Chimoma Chimoma.
It is still happening live at Pa Ngela Road Attention Stadium in Abakaliki. The Ebonyi State Government and Bank of Industry Matching Fund Check presentation to end the MOU signing ceremony for agro-based fund for civil servants in Ebonyi State, holding live today. Remember, you can watch us on South Television or tune to 98.1 South FM Abakaliki to listen to what is happening here. The civil servants are here, very glad to welcome the initiative of His Excellency the Governor while they receive the check. About 26 persons are going to receive the check here today, while others will be paid to the civil servants in due course. We are glad to be part of this ceremony, and I hope you are glad too to join this wonderful station as we relay these. Remember that Engineer Chukunonyele Mungutoba has been the man behind the engineering unit. Engineer Timothy Wachi has been the spearhead of this transmission. Onyebuchibo has been my colleague, and I am Chukwu Dinweke. We are glad once again to welcome you to join this epoch-making event. After today, Ebonyi civil servants will not just only be farmers, but they will be millionaire farmers, millionaire civil servants, where they will not base their monthly salary again. Neither will they clamor for grants anymore. But they must have to utilize this 1 million naira to one civil servant to better their loads. And I hope that you won't miss this opportunity. Onyebuchibo is still here. Onyebuchibo.
Ndewo Chukwudi Nweke ekele dịrị Chineke na ọ na-eme n'ihu mụ na gị nakwa ihu gị bụ onye na-anụ olu anyị n'eziokwu eziokwu. Ndị ọrụ na Ebonyi steeti abụghịzi ndị ga na-eje ahịa maọbụ na-eche ka akwụ ụgwọ ọnwa tupu eje kpata ihe a ga-eri n'ahịa. Ha ga-ejezi n'ugbo ugbu a wee na-akọta. N'eziokwu amụma mgbazinye ego a na-abịa n'ezi oge dịka ọ na-abịa mgbe udu mmiri malitere ọhụụ ka onye ọbụla wee nwee ohere konye akpụ, ji, osikapa nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ nke na-enye ego kama ị ga na-echezi ka akwụ ụgwọ ọnwa ka m ije n'ahịa ga-azụta nke ị ga-eri. Ịbanye n'ugbo gị weta nke na-agụ gị, bụrụkwa nke fọrọ afọ wee gaa buga n'ahịa. Ọ bụ ya bụ ebumnuche ọchịchị steeti a kpatara ajiri wee kpọkuo ụlọakụ Bank of Industry wee nwee njikọta aka ka wee gbazinye ndị ọrụ ugbo aka. Ọ bụrụ na nke gị erughị aka taa, n'eziokwu echi ka bụkwa ụbọchị.
His Excellency, yes. What are the Bank of Industry? See me about to go. Can't tell what is so really well. On my point, if we need a God in fair, when you put a before. Our Romagina Rumo, on my point, if we need a God in fair, when you put a before. Our Romagina Rumo, on my point. I'll be sector the more business infrastructural development community need a canal. Yes.
Ngelorota Township Stadium Abakaliki kaisi na-ewetere gị amụma mbinye aka nkwekọrịta n'etiti ọchịchị steeti a yana ụlọ ọrụ Bank of Industry maka amụma mgbazinye ego nke a chọrọ ịgbazinye ndị ọrụ obodo na steeti a bụ nke ga-enyere ha aka kwalite ọnọdụ akụ na ụba ha site n'iji ya bụ ego a ga-agbazinye ha.
On behalf of the Bank of Industry, we want to present to you the formal check for the commencement of the Ebbc BOI Fund for Civil Servants for 4 billion naira. Want it down? Okay, the one that is left. The one that is left.
Congratulations. Workers, we. Put your hands together for His Excellency, our dear Governor. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to proceed by inviting for his own remarks the Deputy General Manager, Small and Medium Enterprises South, Bank of Industry, Ayo Bajomo, to please come forward. Can we please put our hands together for him?
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Engineer David Mai, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Your Excellency, Chief Mrs. Rachel Mai, the wife of the Governor, Your Excellency, Barrister Igwe, the Deputy Governor of the State, Honorable Speaker, Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and all other honorary members here present. It's our pleasure from BOI to be part of this historic event. As is said, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But when you give and teach a man how to fish, you feed him and the nation forever. This is the approach of our governor, and it is very laudable. He wants his people to be economically empowered. He wants you to be empowered. He doesn't want you to only be dependent on government or salary, but he wants to empower you economically so that you will be self-sustaining and you will be able to attract development to Ebonyi State. The goal of BOI is to help with the development and industrialization of Nigeria. Our goal is to assist small, medium, and micro enterprises across the country to help them achieve their developmental aspirations. By so doing, they will be able to use the local raw materials available around them and the natural resources that they are endowed with to their own competitive advantage. As the governor has cited agriculture and mining as one of the key potentials and resources that the state has, we at BOI are partnering on this front to ensure that the benefits in these areas and the potentials are exploited and maximized. So together we believe we will help achieve industrialization in Ebonyi State. More and more entrepreneurs will evolve out of Ebonyi State, and we believe that it will emerge from the toga of being known as a civil servant state. Ebonyi State, with this partnership, we believe will become one of the leading industrial states in Nigeria. The Bank of Industry has over 220 business development support providers. Essentially, these are consultants that can work with you in putting your plans together, in guiding you, in coming up with business plans that are bankable. And not just bankable, they are able also to support you after disbursement to ensure that your businesses prosper and they thrive. Because as my MD has said, you need to repay the loans. And if the business is not doing well, you will not be in a position to repay the loan. So we have business, we call them BDSPs. We have a couple of them in Ebonyi State. And I believe with this partnership, there will be more BDSPs that will be coming into the state. They are eager to come into the state to support you, to assist you, along with the State Investment Committee, to package your loans appropriately. So these are there to help you and ensure that your businesses thrive. Finally, it's important again for you to pay back your loan. It's very, very, very crucial. There is a state that we're looking at, and the general comment was, no, don't bother about that state. The people don't pay back loans. The people's attitude is negative, but we do not expect such of Ebonyi. We are confident that the people of Ebonyi State are people of integrity, people with good character and people that are going to make a statement in this country. Ebonyi will become an example and a role model in partnership with the Bank of Industry. So please go and tell the news. It is real. People are going to receive their checks today. They don't need to know anybody. Apply, do what is necessary, meet all the requirements, and you will be able to access our facilities. Thank you, and God bless Ebonyi State.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayo. Please a round of applause once again for him. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually moving to the peak of this event. It is my honor and privilege at this point, ladies and gentlemen, to invite a development expert and astute administrator, a pace-setter, #1 governor in Nigeria, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State. Your Excellency, sir.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of Lord.
Ịkpọlite aka na-achị steeti of His Excellency Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi ka ọ bịa gwa ọhaneze bịara mmemme a okwu bụkwanụ ebe a ga-anọ taa wee nye akwụkwọ ndọrọ ego ya bụ ego mgbazinye wee nye ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ taa ndị na-eriteghị taa dịka ụbọchị na-aga ka ọ ga na-erute ha aka ka anyị gere ọnụ mmiri okwu gọvanọ.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, Mr. Speaker, my Lord the Chief Judge of Ebbc State, the Deputy Speaker, my very good friends, and miracle working Managing Director of Bank of Industry, Ade Kaode, retired, and the Chairman of the Implementation Committee, the Manager of BOI in Enugu, of course the Deputy General Manager of BOI South, Secretary to Government, Head of Service, Chief of Staff, Chairman of Elders Council, the National Assembly members, the State Assembly members, RDA workers, Chairman of local government areas, coordinators, and all the beneficiaries. Let me, on your behalf, commend this very hard-working Managing Director of UI. One, for coming here today. It's not easy to catch Kaode. Kaode is all over the country. I want to commend you very, very highly. It was a woman, no, the brother of, the sister of Lazarus that said to Christ, if you were here on time, my brother wouldn't have died. We had a previous partnership with BOI to develop 5 megawatts of biomass using rice husk. Because you were not there on time, that child died. But today we're happy you're here. And I want to thank you in all sincerity for what you're doing for our nation. What you are doing is what we need at a time like this. I see your programs in channels. You cover from one state to the other, from the north to south, and I can say that you are in over 25 states of the Federation doing what you are doing here today in Ebbc State. And I want to thank you.
to let our people know that this is the wise way to go. If this is foolishness, we have to join other 25 states of the Federation to be foolish. Because what he's doing is showing that we are on the right direction. So I want to thank you. If there is any state that needs this help, it is Ebonyi State. If there is any state that needs this empowerment, it's Ebonyi State. And in the past, we've been able to train a number of our youths in horticulture, and we've empowered them. We've empowered 1,000 of our youths with 250,000 naira grants. That's not the type you're doing. Our own is grants free of charge. But we train them, and today we have very great success stories from a number of them. In fact, one of them, got State Merit Award. We have also empowered 4,000 of our widows, each with 100,000. They were all trained, and today we have a lot of success stories to that effect. We're very concerned about a number of our youths, young men and women that are moving up and down in terms of hawking in Lagos. And I want to thank my very good brother and friend, the governor of Lagos State, who got also concerned alongside with me. And we've not been able to make out time for him to be here because he said he was going to be here. And he promised to also assist me to ensure that those youths are cleared of Lagos State. But we've gone ahead of him to empower over 500 of these hawkers, street hawkers in Lagos with 140 million. And over 80% of them are back home doing things with their hands. And for this we're very grateful. And to underscore the fact that the moment you are in Ebonyi State, you are an Ebonyian. We empowered non-indigens of Ebonyi State, women, with a total sum of 883 million for them to do agriculture. We also bothered about the plight of our brothers and sisters that are in Onitsha and Anambra State who are doing Okada and thereby exposing their lives to a lot of dangers. And so we've been able to lift 400 of them out of such dangers by buying brand new keke napep, 400 of them, and we empower them. When this administration came into force by 2015, we got a loan from CBN, Anchor Borrower Scheme of 2 billion. And because we were very new in this game, a lot of people got the loan through fictitious and ghost names. And today we can't recover the money, but our happiness is that it's another form of grant, even though it was supposed to be loan. But don't be afraid. We have learned our lessons and we have retested them and they are paying now. And between 2017 and 2018, we also have a total loan of 8 billion from the CBN. Let me let everybody know that the first 2 billion has been completely paid back by our government. And the 8 billion we got, which is also for agricultural loan to our farmers. A lot of them have accessed this, and it is for 5 years. And we are already paying. Every month we pay from our location, so as not to leave any debt when we leave office in 2023. By God's grace. The way to go in this country is what you're doing. Is what you're doing. I've always been challenged by what China and India are doing. They have population explosion. but I've been able to manage it very well. And this management of theirs is by getting everybody to do something with his or her hands. And this is working. And so my confidence is that if we get every of our young men and women to work, our situation in this country will change. And because we believe in that, we've been able to save 2 billion. And graciously you approved 2 billion. And so we have dedicated 4 billion, which we are disbursing today to those who have observed their due diligence. And this is very important. Let me also emphasize again and again that this is for anybody that is going to set his or her business in Ebonyi State. Whether you are from India or you're from any part of this country, provided this business will be in Ebonyi State, you are qualified to access this 4 billion. I'm very excited that we have over 10% of our civil servants keying into this, our new program. And I thank God, like the MD said, so Ebonyi is the first that is trying it out. And I want to assure you that whatever is born of God will never die in the hands of any man. And this is the way to go. I get so bothered about the issue or the plight of our civil servants all over the country. Their take home cannot be matched with the market forces. It's quite a very pathetic story, and yet many states of the Federation cannot pay these mega salaries to our civil servants. And so it's something that should be a national concern. And it's not something that should be rooted to political, interaction. We should be very honest and have, an honest approach towards solving this problem. Because when the civil servants are rich, the nation is rich. This is very important. Every problem in our lives, they come with the seed of their own solution. And I believe that this problem and the plight of civil servants, that they have solutions. And I believe that one of the solutions may not be the only wealth. Is to note that when you get to your location and you are using 90% of it to pay salaries, it's no longer salaries, but social security. Because there is nothing more for the civil servants to work. And so you endanger their lives because they are not active. Sitting down in one place is the worst health hazard you can ever encounter. And so, how do we engage our civil servants while we are looking at the federal government together with state government to come up with a workable solution on how to solve this problem? We said, look, we are blessed with agricultural lands, and since the Constitution permits civil servants and public servants to do agriculture, why don't we make some savings across the state and local governments to also approach you? I was told that it was a heated argument in your board to approve or not to approve. But little did you know that Holy Spirit was also in that meeting. And so, MD, we thank you very much, who stood his ground that this is possible and this is workable and this will work. And so thank you for that approval, and thank our civil servants for believing in this. And I want to assure you that if this is of God, many, many more civil servants will be running and will be asking and will be willing to engage in this program. And I'm happy with a lot of you who have been texting me, are we not going to get our own disbursement today? And I asked the MD, when is the disbursement starting? He said it has started. He didn't understand that. It is easier to do your verification than the other, aspect of the BOI Ebonyi State Partnership. Yours is very easy. So I expect that within this month of June, civil servants should be able to assess their own loan and should be able to start something in the area of agriculture. And let me assure our civil servants that we are working very hard to assess some of our monies being owed to us by the federal government. And you are my number one priority. Priority to increase this partnership fund with BOI for you. Priority in the area of your trying to put some funds to pay for your national health insurance, your own contribution to pay for it and pay for our own, and also pay for your pension contribution and also pay for our own. These three schemes, we believe God that as soon as we get some funds, we'll be able to start. Not everybody will see where we are going, but God knows where we are going. And there are always some wise ones from the east. And those who can see far are those who can join the millionaire club that we just formed in Ebonyi State. Some people send text messages complaining of charges. We are not aware of extra charges. We are aware that the civil servants' interest is 5% per annum, and the other aspect of the loan is 6.25%, and there is 1% processing fee that we go to bank industry. If you have any issue with extra charge, you have to meet the implementation committee and the technical committee, and the manager in Enugu is an amiable young man. You can always place a call on him. But I don't believe there is any more charges. But I also believe that 117 million out of 4 billion is so small, a success to flag off with. And so I'm taxing the chairman of the committee to ensure that before the end of July, we should be able to exhaust this 4 billion. And we'll be worried how to put more money to this partnership. Our workers in tertiary institutions, both the states and the federal government, they have been asking us how can we join this facility. And so I would like the implementation committee to start profiling them. Life is all about faith. I'm sure God will help us so that we can also extend this partnership to them, being also in Ebonyi State.
Show them the way. Show them the way.
We have over 600 of our youths who are senior technical assistant to the governor and technical assistant to the governor. We have 171 liaison officers. We have over 500 of management committee members. We have the councillors, we have the coordinators, we have over 500 numbers of board members. And yet people will still send text messages and say, we voted for you, you have not remembered us. I don't know any other state that has remembered our youths like we have remembered our youths. It was Joseph in the Bible that said to his brothers, God has sent me to preserve life for you. And a wise man does not eat his seed. The way to go is the infrastructure we put in place. And that's the platform for the takeoff of the greatness of this state. And so we have a lot of funds, the Bank of Industry Fund. We have the loans we are giving out, to our farmers. and everybody is a farmer, including the governor. It's a taboo for any appointed or elected person in the state not to have, business in agriculture. We have the sovereign wealth fund. We have the CBN direct funding. We have also a lot of agricultural loan that is warehoused in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. What else do we need? All we need is to move our hands. Even God Almighty does not move unless we move his hands. So we need our people to move their hands. This issue of appointment and elective position will one day fail. And those that heed to this call will be the wise ones from the east. So stop sending text messages. There is no way we can appoint over 1.5 million Ebonians that are going to vote for us now. But we can appoint through enabling environment to enable you join the Millionaire Club. This is important. I've discussed the blessings of our limestone deposit with the MD, and what the MD is saying, including our Ebonians, come together and come up with a company. The MD is willing to fund cement factory in Ebonyi State. Is willing. But is not willing to fund government. Is not willing to give money to government, but is willing to give money to private sector driven businesses in Ebonyi State. And I'm happy our people are moving. 3.something billion loan being applied for by the private sector. I was never aware of this. I was aware of very few. And 1.8 already got their money given to them. It means that Ebonyi State is on the rise. And I challenge you that this fund is available to everybody in this country. If other people from other states are assessing, there are some states that have gotten 50 billion. Why should we stay at 3.4? We should be able to be very impatient in going for these funds, because it is first come, first served. We've also discussed with him about the 2 rice cities we are developing. I want the technical committee to please take the MD round. The industrial zones that he can see now and the rice city of the Abakaliki Rice Millers Association, he should be able to see it, and he should also see the infrastructure we have in place, though he won't be able to see much. But he will see what he will love to also build greater confidence in our state. This is very important. And to our brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. We have about 50 stations that we have generators. We are fueling these generators every night to give light to our street lights. And one day we thought we can use solar power to replace some of these generators. And we've already imported 10 solar grid lines. Having imported one at University Gate, we've installed it, it is working. Day and night there is light in that place. And so what stops our brothers and sisters from coming to government to say, look, I want you to give me one station. I want to replace the generator. We will calculate how much that we are paying for diesel and for servicing on monthly basis. Put it together, and maybe in a period of 3 years, it can start paying for itself. And Bank of Industry can fund this kind of initiative. So there are lots to do. All we need to do is to deploy our heads. There are a lot to do. You can go to a small business center or hotel and say, I can supply power to you. The regulatory body allows power to be owned from 1 megawatt downwards. There are a lot of things we can do. So I'm challenging you that there are a lot to do. I don't believe that money can stop me from doing anything. It is my inability to come up with bankable, ideas that can stop me. So let money not be your limitation. No. Money is a defense, but wisdom is a defense. But the excellency of wisdom is that it gives life. It empowers to those that use it. So, never again shall we cry that we don't have money. Everybody comes into this world with a talent. Just sit back and develop your talent. God never made anyone to poor. So we are challenged today. We are challenged. And let me tell the implementation committee that your job is not just to preside over this 8 billion. No way. Your job is to package SMEs, advertise it to our people, get them to knowledge so that they will benefit from it. So this is very, very important, and I will be checking if you are doing this. On the issue of CFO, we have over 10,000 CFOs signed, but not claimed by Ebonians. We have said that after the month of July, because we have advertised in all kind of fora. But after July, those CFOs signed will become null and void. And so the process will start afresh. So if you have paid for your CFO, go and collect it. If you are a beneficiary of this, or you are applying and you are limited by CFO, you will get your CFO within 72 hours. This is a promise. The chairman should process in lands, and lands is obligated to process within 24 hours. The chairman of implementation committee another 24 hours. And mine is just 6 hours. I will sign anyway so that we can move. I want to thank you and thank you and thank you and thank you and congratulate you highly, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ebonians, please can we put our hands together for our great leader? Your Excellency, we are proud of you. At this point, His Excellency please, we want to invite the following persons to please queue up to receive their checks. Tomorrow Integrated Farms, I would like to invite Christian Nzobo to please step forward. Chidebere Ishelu FMCS Limited, Fishery and Poultry, Odo Nzube, please queue behind. Max and Chell Agro Industry, Chief Ego Zanders. Ego Max Zanders, please come forward. Green Lion Global Ventures, Engineer Aja Jude Nwafo. ACO Poly Enterprises, Madukwe Josephat. Global Evinco Obu Aloysius Sumba. Obu Aloysius Sumba. ROCICI Agro Processing Limited, Dr. Robert Azo Nachi. Dr. Robert Azo Nachi. Joe Bros Global Link Limited, Joseph Nwoku. Joseph Nwoku. For Nena Gas Energy, Dr. Carlo Oche. Feed the Nation Limited, Onyebuchi Obuzuru, to also queue behind. Nikoma Mega Service Limited, Njoku Chidi Ignatius. Hypno Resource Limited, Isaac Onwe. Please come forward. Esolins Design and Decoration Limited. Okay, sorry. Philip Maya International Camp Limited. Malake Chidozie Ezise. Malake. AG Aromo Chemical Limited. Agujob Onwukwe. Agujob Onwukwe. Ego Eye World Inspiration Network. Ego Eye World Inspiration Network. Mr. Arum Paul Ifanye Chukwu. Arum Paul Ifanye Chukwu. Kaserul Nigerian Limited, Chukwemeka Chukwu. Collet Resources, Chukwu Manome. Collet Resources, Chukwu Manome. Frango Sich Enterprises Limited, Ngozika Ezugo. Ngozika Ezugo. Aleza Industries Limited, Mwakboku Dominic Emeka. Aleza Industries Limited, Mwakboku Dominic Emeka. Stan Lester Company, Ago Stanley Kelechi. Nkume Farms Limited, Chief Raymond Okpani Kama. Simpson Mining Enterprises, Simon Obase. Dave Move Nigeria Limited, David Ogbonnaya Nwonovu. People's Best Choice Ventures, Heart Okwara. Global Benolive West Africa Limited, Igwe Oliver Bentley. Thank you.
a great moment and a very big time out indeed it is for the civil servants in Ebonyi State as they are being issued with checks. Today is the presentation of checks and the signing of memorandum of understanding between Ebonyi State government and the Bank of Industry. It is the time for Ebonyi civil servants to be millionaires. The time that the millionaire club that has always been rumored comes to reality. The check is being handed over to. We give you time to listen to that.
With the following persons by 3 p.m. at the EXO chambers, all commissioners, SSA Religious and Welfare Matters, SSA Higher Education, SA Primary Education, board members and supervisors of education, chairman of UBEB and SEB, and all senior staff of the ministry. Isaac, please come forward to give us all board members of UBEB and SEB should also attend.
The receiving of the checks by the beneficiaries still at the Pa Ngelo Rotatenship Stadium in Abakaliki today, the 6th day of June 2018.
All commissioners, SSA Revenue, SSA Higher Education, board members and supervisors of education, chairman of UBEB and SEB, and all senior staff of the Ministry of Education.
Ebonians were known as food basket of the nation. They were referred to as producers, highest producers of rice, yam and cassava. And that was when we were using hoes and cutlasses. Today, His Excellency the Governor has given us the opportunity to use other machinery.
I'm representing the beneficiaries of the Bank of Industry, beneficiaries of this loan. I want to thank His Excellency, Engineer David Omaye, the David of our time. I want to specially thank His Excellency, Engineer David Mweze Omaye, the David of our time. If you listen to this man, you really know that God sent him. He has really wiped our tears in the agricultural sector. Over the years, we've been bedeviled by lack of funds to assess our production in agriculture. But today, as if it was not going to be real, he has made it real. He has empowered us to empower others. And this is more than any political appointment. We wish to thank him and thank God in earnest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, can we now...
Ebonyi civil servants are receiving their checks to go to the farm and reproduce all the things that Ebonyi State is known for. It is
ọrụ n'Ebonyi steeti na ha anata ya bụ akwụkwọ ndọrọ ego nke ego mgbazinye ọchị steeti a n'ụlọ ọrụ Bank of Industry jikọtara aka wee na-agbazinye ndị ọrụ bekee na steeti a ka amalite azụmahịa n'ụdị ọbụla masịrị onye.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this event. Commissioner for Commerce, please come forward for a vote of thanks. Dr. Dennis Ude Kumankama, MFR, PhD.
right, sir. Please tell us your name.
Yeah, my name is Ebbc.
You are one of the beneficiaries of this kind gesture of the governor. How would you express your feeling?
In fact, I'm very happy for what governor has done. It has not happened even for once since the creation of the state. So I can't express my gratitude, but I know the man is being sent from God to alleviate poverty in the state, and that has been the problem of the state. And I'm recommending him to be the best governor and one who knows the problem of the state.
What message do you have for the Ebonyi State government, and how are you going to utilize this?
In fact, the message I have to Ebonyi State government is that they keep on doing their work, the good work they are doing. They are doing the work of God. And also telling them that second tenor is unstoppable. Even if the third tenor is going. And so again, any person that says that his pantry will not wrap, his own will not produce. His Excellency will finish his first and second tenure successfully.
Thank you so much, sir. And that is the reaction of one of the beneficiaries of the kind gesture of His Excellency. We'll give time for the vote of thanks, and after which we get to the reactions of more of the people. Stay tuned. Still, Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, Ebbc, Abakaliki.
That he will be a good leader and he will bring wealth when he becomes a president. That was our goal. And Your Excellency, if these two factors are what makes a nation or what make a nation, if these two factors can make Ebonyi State a pleasant place to live, Your Excellency Engineer Chief Mweze Omahe, you have qualified for that qualification that was given by Obafemi. You have become a good leader. You have become a wealth creator for this state. And I believe that by continuing in this way, Ebonyans will be happy people. Is it easy for you to give the tribe of people you have made to smile in their homes? With some people are going out with chunks of 10 million, 12 million going out here. People who have never seen 100,000. They are going away today with millions of naira. And I believe the MD was just saying it as if it was very, very easy. It wasn't easy. Remember when I was the exchequer of this state as a commissioner for finance, I went on this mission with you to BOI. And as we were playing around on this mission, it was difficult for MD to accept most of the things you were saying. But because of your resilience, because of your dexterity, because of your sagacity, because of your ingenuity in all respect, you were able to alter the ethos and mores of Bank of Industry. And today, we're enjoying that fight. And I'm believing that you didn't just stop there, you combined it with prayers. Because you're a man who believes that if you promise, you must do it. And I believe that any promise you make, you follow it up with prayers. So it is on that ground that I make a departure by not just saying thank you, by telling the Ebonyans all you have gone round to do to achieve this. And I say, Your Excellency, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The MD and their team, you are very wonderful people. I interacted with you several times, and I know you are wonderful. You have maintained your words to the promise you made to Ebonyans. Thank you very much. And I want to say to the civil servants, I thank you for your cooperation with the government of Ebonyi State. I thank you, Ebonyans, for all the support. May it be well with Ebonyans. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please may we rise for the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, Chief.
Servants in Ebonyi State to start agriculture and the signing of MOU between Ebonyi State government and Bank of Industry. We are glad to be part of this, and I know that someone too is also glad. We must get the reactions of the people, the drivers, the stakeholders in this system before we conclude this transmission today. Out for civil servant and business people in Ebonyi State, as His Excellency Engineer Dr. David Umahi, the governor who understands the plight of his people and works to save them, has approved so much millions of money for the people to start their business and for civil servants in Ebonyi to go into agriculture. I was actually asking if Ebonyi State was known earlier as a state that is agrarian, agricultural oriented when we were using our cutlasses and hoes. What will happen now that we've been empowered to do so? His Excellency, the Governor of Ebonyi State, a wonder-working governor, and his team of workers are putting smiles on the faces of Ebonians, and we believe that somebody today has become a millionaire, and we believe that after 5 years more millionaires will emerge. It is a good time out, and we will not relent in bringing you the latest. It is okay. We will not close this transmission. So I must have to the camera as we reaction of the people who make the day a wonderful one. Mrs. Ugo Nachi, Mommy, what does this celebration hold for the civil servants of Ebonyi State?
Well, this is a new beginning for civil servants in Ebonyi State. The process of making millionaires of civil servants, and I know that they will take hold of the opportunity. I want to enjoy those civil servants to seize this opportunity to become millionaires and do great things with their hands, and their families will be happy for it. It is also an opportunity for us to prepare for retirement, so that by the time we retire, we already have something that we are doing. I want to thank our governor, the dynamic governor, for always innovating, for always thinking hard to make sure that the people rejoice. We are very grateful for your excellency. God bless you. Your victory in 2019 is already assured with the great work that you are doing in Ebonyi State. We are grateful. Thank you very much.
And that is it. The people who make the day happen, Chief Mrs. Ugo Nachi, we are very grateful. It is at this juncture, most cherished viewer and listener, that we have to round off this transmission today. Therefore, on behalf of the Director General of Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, Ebbc Abakaliki, Engineer Timothy Wachi, who is the leader of this broadcast, that of Engineer Chukwunanyele Mungutobo, the acting engineering head, who is the leader of the outside broadcast crew. Onyekozuru Oji is in charge of television programs. Ndobisi Ogodo is also in charge of the engineering here at the outside broadcast level. Osandu Nguta, Ebiam Opani, Uchenna Michael Eze are the cameramen we have here. Ifoma Eze and Adana Okore are in charge of the airbox. Chimakalu Oji, Ihanacho Oji, Maria Water, Victor Ali, Benjamin Weze, and Isaac Ose are the engineers, the sound engineers that we have at the base. My colleague has been Onyebuchi Igbo, and I am Chukwudi Mweke. We are glad that you are part of this transmission, and we hope that you will join us next time as we return you to our base 96 in Kaliki Road, Abakaliki. God bless you as we get ready to welcome the millionaires into our society. We hope that by next 5 years, Ebonyans, more of the Ebonyans will be millionaires. Congratulations to those who are beneficiaries. Onyebuchi Igbo.
N'eziokwu ndị wetere Chioma wenata ya bụ ego gbaa nọmba ọhụrụ na-etinyere ya bụ ego n'ọrụ ndị ọrụ bekee unu mgburu ga-anata nke unu gbaa nọmba ọbagide atụmatụ ga-akwalite akpa unu ọkachasị na nkọpụta ihe oriri ka nri wee bụrụ atụrụ taba na steeti a. Ya mere Onyebuchi Igbo bụ aha m dịka Chukwudi Nweke gwarala gị na mbụ. Lekwe ka anyị na-esonyeziri ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị na 96 Nkaliki Road, Abakaliki. Anyị ejiri aha onye ntụziaka anyị bụkwanụ onye isi anyị na ngalaba ihe omume bụ Comrade Chukwuma Onwe na-asị sonyeziere anyị na Nkaliki.
People want to be